Kandy, the last capital of the kings of Ceylon, nestles in mid-country where rich vegetation is interspersed with terraces of paddy on its mountainside. From time immemorial, the peasantry has been linked with the soil and forms the backbone of the nation. Of these people, Knox, the British historian, writing 368 years ago, said, "If they want a king, they may take any man from the plough and wash the dirt off him and see by reason of his quality and descent he is fit to be a king." The Kandian peasant loves his soil, and the earth grows into shape at his hand with the same rhythm that distinguishes the Kandian dance steps. Pinioned on a rural hilltop with rock-hewn steps spiraling toward the sky is Kandy's most picturesque temple, Lanka, which means in Sinhalese, Jewel of Lanka, built in 1344 AD. So much indeed were Ceylon's arts and crafts bound up with the temples that the art of Ceylon became distinctively religious. Kandy. In green shadowed solitudes, this 575-year-old city rests in an amphitheater of hills. Beauty of murmuring foliage at the Royal Botanical Gardens, famous for its collection of specimens of flora of the tropical world. Giant cactus plants pierce the placid sky. A suspension bridge spans the Mahaveli, river of great sands, the longest and most historic river in the island, which winds her way sluggishly through the bamboo-trimmed borders of parkland. Teleport avenues, cathedrals of cabbage palm, vistas of bloom and leaf go past. On the mountainside, the morning breaks. The river of great sands moves slowly in this upland valley by Kandy's side. The lords of the jungle languish for hours in the waters of Mahaveli. The elephants drink only at dawn and sunset, and bathe at evening with the regularity of a clubman. In the matter of building stone bridges, shifting mammoth trees from Ceylon's primeval forests, the elephant displays a marvelous intelligence and sagacity. history of the arts and crafts of Ceylon is as old as the history of the island itself. These master craftsmen, hailing from traditional families of the 4 guilds of craftsmen, are engaged in the production of exquisite brassware utensils patterned with oriental motifs. The ancient art of the lacquer workers from Martley Hills is far famed. They use shellac beaten into delicate threads. Deft hands weave oriental patterns of color on wooden articles, and by application of warm palm leaf give them a brilliant finish. Veterans of the village work side by side with the younger generation, producing a variety of things in brass, silver, gold, and wood. Their art is immediately concerned with the pattern of their lives, and was never divorced either from utility or from their great source of artistic inspiration, religion. Situated in a setting which has evoked the admiration of artists and educationists is the new residential University of Ceylon at Paradinia. These are the first buildings. The dominant note in the layout of this seat of learning is the traditional openness and spaciousness of Sinhalese architecture. A new Ceylonese generation is being nurtured in this center of culture. Traditional art forms are being revived, the masters of a dance form as old as these mist-hung hills. They are initiated into the first steps. The traditional vest dance is an intricate creation, and only a dancer with experience and skill can perform it. Dedicated to the god Natha stands on a raised enclosure. It is one one of the earliest historical buildings in Kandy. Here the king chose his propitious name and was girded with the regal sword. Here also, at the New Year, royal physicians prepared 1,000 pots of medicinal ointments made of wild herbs for the use of the royal family and the high priests. The Palace of the Tooth Relic, the chief temple in Ceylon, wherein is enshrined the left eye tooth of the Gautama Buddha. Built by Vimala Dharma Surya, who reigned at the end of the 17th century, this edifice stands as a monument to Kandy's pious kings and the skill of her ancient craftsmen. The octagon and moat were added by the last king of Kandy. The new extension to this historical temple adheres strictly to traditional motifs in its elaborate designs on doorways. The Makara is an arch issuing from the mouth of a conventional lion's head into the mouth of Makara, a mythical monster.
The air blows purer here. My spirit turns to thee, to contemplate thy tranquility.
At the entrance to the Temple of the Tooth, the chief monks of the Malvata and Asgirya temples, guardians of the sacred relic, chant Pirith, psalms from the Holy Tripitaka, the three parts of the doctrine of the Buddha. Sweet-scented flowers, lotus, jasmine, rajapani, and sal, are offered by devout pilgrims before the austere Buddha cast in bronze. Narrative friezes and patterns of floral decorations in geometric design embellish the walls and pillars. In these patterns, the lotus and its petals, symbol of purity, variations on natural sprays and creepers, play a prominent part. Literally, every square inch is painted with poetic precision. Objects kept in the sanctuary for the daily devotions include golden bowls, a water strainer, a bejeweled fan, a fly whisk, a cup, a beetle dish, flower trays, all works of art presented by Kirti Sri Rajasingha.
I honor with fragrant scent the fragrant body and mouth of him who is fragrant with boundless merit. Let me honor with a sweet wind-producing fan the receptacle of worship, honor, and service. Let me honor the ornament of the three worlds, mine of pure virtues, the triumphant blessed Buddha with a precious fly whisk.
On the octagon is housed a vast and valuable Oriental library, a treasure trove of ancient palm leaf manuscripts in Sinhalese, Pali and Sanskrit. Here you find some of the oldest manuscripts in Ola leaf, as well as the commentaries of the 5th century AD elucidating the Buddhist canonical texts. The temple enclosure is thrown open at dawn and closes after the evening service. Sacred ritual is observed at these hours. Worshippers are admitted into the second chamber only. Here is the shrine of abode, where the sacred truth relic is kept within sealed doors. Only the chief monks and the lay guardian are admitted to the inner sanctuary. The monks pray, "So long, O Blessed One, as thy religion stands in the world, may it receive abiding worship in compassion of the world." The sacred tooth is rarely exposed to view, and every August under the Essala moon, the annual Parahera takes place as a national event in honor of it. Dancers prepare for the Parahera, put on their striking headdresses and elaborate armlets of intricate Kandian design. Few things convey the grandeur of the ancient Kandian kingdom with greater force than the Parahera. It is one of the most elaborate pageants of an ancient civilization. Every year people flock in thousands to watch this spectacle. The Parahera is taking shape. This is the giant tusker, chosen for the special task of carrying the Buddha relics encased in a golden casket. Well over 100 elephants join him in the sacred mission as they move majestically in this procession of drummers, dancers, and musicians.